We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
That one first down pickup of 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Draymond Jones, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to... Execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Hey, Red. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist. Check the backer, check the backer. Ready, ready.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown 49ers. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Second-round pick, Kenneth Walker, takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's got room. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Steal, left. Striker, 3-3.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. 58, boys, 58.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. The Niners had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
32. Come on, red.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming. 58, boys, 58, 58, it's Mike. Yeah.
Red, cycle.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first.
Ready. Clock 40.
These two teams all tied after 1. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Eagle blue.
57's Mike.
Set, cut.
Shotgun now for Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Catch by Brandon Ayuk there, and you can see the potential he has to be a big-time playmaker. Over 800 yards as an NFL sophomore, still chasing that first 1,000-yard season. Nice catch there to move the chains.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Claws red.
57's Mike. 57's Mike.
Here's Lance to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. That's caught downfield by Kittle. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners have taken the lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And some space here. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. 129 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And runs like that with explosiveness, that's what this rookie can bring to the table.
And add to it speed, patience, vision. A rookie has all of that. That's usually a veteran's combo plate. I love this guy.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to Walker on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Strong. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And the Niners force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. McCaffrey on the counter, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Black Ultra.
57's the mic. Watch 57. I got it. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist, twist.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Ready. 60 red. 60 red.
Hey, check right 33. Check right 33. I know he ain't got it. Watch twist.
Let's go.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. You must be dreaming.
Yellow. Go. Hey, blue. Green Jack. Go pink. Watch out now. 50 Fury.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Ready, ready. Green 32. Black 6.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Zoom black.
Get together. 57. Mike, 57. Get ready. Get
Ultra. Ultra.
check.
Throwing now is Lance. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 44 yards. And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. On second down, it's Walker. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Tight end Fant, and he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll run for it. It's Walker. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. This one finds Wilson downfield. Down inside the 10. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Dawson Knox, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Flight blue.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Lance now on first down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Hey, check like 33. Check like 33. It's going to be a long.
Drill green.
It's going to be a long.
Gun ready.
Slot man moves right.
10 cycles.
Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs. Hey, check like 33.
Blue striker.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
22.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 57.
Hey, red.
I'm going.
Red. Yellow.
Back to you. Hey, check Mike.
Set, hunt.
Lance now on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. He finds Wilson, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 171 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Strong. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now left side on the swing pass. And some room to work. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Strong, escaping the pressure right. And Wilson with it, complete. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. Walker now on 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Fields this way up at the 17. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 60 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That was a good run. Probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A first carry for the rookie from LSU, Ty Davis-Price. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
62 blaster. Yellow, go. Wait, wait.
And now they'll throw with Lance. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill.
43 rail. Field, flat.
On first down, Lance. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
In your face.
Smash, red.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Back now here in Santa Clara. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 60 red. 60 red. Red, cycle.
57.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Get in the weight room.
Hey, need old blue.
57. I'm coming.
Lance and company going on 4th down. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. My goodness, 225 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And Walker once more. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Straight ahead, Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Play action. Strong. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. He's at the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. Running left is Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Seahawks have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Striker, 3-3. Set cut.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
12, 10. Black Ultra.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense. And
now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. They'll run with Walker. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Ready. Fight. 97.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 57, Mike 57. Watch the flip.
In motion, the tight end.
Watch the flip. Pop. Slam.
Ready, go.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And going right back to Walker. And he's got some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To the right side, this is Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Running right, here's Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the 49ers who will get the football first with a chance to win it here in overtime. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
A four-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
57, Mike 57. Let's go one more. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Hey, Ren.
Lance with a first throw in overtime. Flush to his right. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, that certainly changes things here because they're in field goal range already, but a field goal, that's not what they're looking for now, not after that big play right here in overtime.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. This is McCaffrey on the give, and they'll get him down right around the 16. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 43. Slam.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Ready. 33. Yellow.
57.
They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Ready, go.
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, These offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the 49ers, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. That's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river, and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the Jets winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here now at MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Jets had 10-5 to start play. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This is Smith with a grab. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. They'll look to throw here. Open man here is Conklin. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Straight ahead is Hall. And down to the 41. This defense for the Pats, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Moore, the man in motion. They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
Moore, the man in motion.
Watch twist. Trap 60. Rush in. Check 52's the mic. Check 50.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Pats are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Steps away. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
That good for 19 and a first down. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Tyquan Thornton.
His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Patriots get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay, so the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Jackson now. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea. Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He'll buy some time right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Hall on a give up the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it, escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
They go play action here on first down. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Derek Brown coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
The slot man in motion right. Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. His throw incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. In motion right is Wilson. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Matt Judon in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Carl Lawson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, it's Jackson. That ball caught by Campbell. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Fourth down, here's Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw again is Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway from the 6. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Pats at the line, ready to go. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Mike 52, Mike 52.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Tighten up, tighten up. Check 3, check 3, check 3. 30.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall. That's his 18th rushing touchdown on the And the Jets take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson on the move to his left.
And he gets this to Thornton.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
To throw is Jackson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. 33 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this will stay a 3-score game at 24.
Well, partner, a lot of kickers in this spot like to aim at the right upright and just draw it back down the center. This one looked like it was aimed at the left upright and just kept bending away.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Jets are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. Here's Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson being chased out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jeff Smith, 36 yards. And the Jets are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. They'll try and throw for it. And he's brought down. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line ready to go. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the fourth, they got to be careful.
They definitely do because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Patriots are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Big stop, let's go. Where's 52? Block 52. 52.
He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Jackson on 1st down. This one swung outside to Strong. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Patriots,
they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to 13-3 with 1 game remaining.
so that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation